I just really wanted to come on here to publicly apologize for reaching back out to carbonation after what happened to me. I really wanted to explain why I did that and just apologize to the people who helped me out of that situation. When I left carbonation, I didn't understand the magnitude of what had actually happened to me, what I actually went through. I just didn't understand the magnitude of manipulation that I was under. Like, the amount of programming that they do when you get there is, like, intense, yo. So, gotta think of how to even say this, but I think so when I joined Eligio's, thanks, I'm about to put a topic. So, I think after leaving, in my mind, like, I was trying to rationalize what exactly happened. I realized that they left me stranded, but I don't know. I don't think I really realized. I had to really remind myself about the times that he made me, like, made me, like, set aside my own emotions to just believe what they believe in. And, like, it's just hard for me to explain. Like, he's just narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopathic. I think why I went on the live stream was to try to, like, remind myself why I left. And I understand why you are upset, and I'm sorry for making you feel like I took your help for granted, because I didn't. And I am so grateful that I got out of that situation. It could have been really, really ugly for me. I realized in this situation how naive and how vulnerable I am and how low my self-esteem is. I thought I had a lot more self-esteem than I really have, and, like, coming to grips with that is just kind of like, I thought I did a lot of inner work this year, and I thought I was a lot stronger than I really am, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna punish myself or hate myself for that. You know, it took this for me to realize that I really need to work on that so I can become the woman that I desire to be, and so that I can one day attract a man that's going to love me and respect me and care about me and not try to manipulate me or, pawn me off to other men or, weird shit like that. So I really just wanted to come on here to explain that I'm really still trying to understand the magnitude of manipulation that I was under, and part of me going on that live was, I think, like, just the inner child in me, like, the part of me still curious, like, is he really manipulative? Like, I don't know why I'm still questioning it, but I'm just being real with myself. Like, I guess I just really wanted to understand why I left more, because I'm still processing the whole situation, and, I think maybe I need to be talking about it more. I shouldn't just be alone in my thoughts, I need to get it out. And, I'm 20, by the way. I feel really, really, really bad for the people that are there. I realized they were there for a lot longer than me. I was only there for almost a month. And if I would have stayed for a little over a month, I would have literally been fucked. Like, I think it takes a month, 30 days to, like, be programmed. And I wish, like, yo, when I say this, I don't have feelings for Tron, but, what I saw in Tron's eyes was, like, a young boy who just didn't know himself, who was looking for a father, looking for a parent of some kind, looking for some kind of guidance and validation, and he found it there, and he chose to sell his soul to that, and that just made me so upset, yo. Like, I genuinely see a little boy in him, and I wish I could just save him, but there's like 1 in a million chance that I could save any of them, yo, and they're just so vulnerable. They have been tainted by this world too much to, like, even listen to me. Maybe I'm over or underestimating my power. Maybe I should really just try. But I don't want to reach back out to them because I don't want to get back caught up in it. You know, I haven't built my strength up enough to even look back in that direction. I blocked them. I'm sorry again to those of you who helped me. I want you to know that I blocked them, and I do not want to go back. I am not going back, period. Period, period, period. People who are thinking about joining a cult, people who are thinking about going to carbonation, if you are a woman and you're thinking about going to carbonation, do not go. You are worth more than that, okay? Natureboy is a sex addict, okay? But he's also a master manipulator and an intellect. So that makes him literally a psychopath. So he can make you believe that if you have sex with him, if you drink his semen, that you will gain all of his knowledge. And he'll break it down with scientific facts. Just so he could feed his ego. He'll find a way to scientifically explain everything, to rationalize, you know, his control and his manipulation, and it actually is sick. It's terrible. Please do not put yourself in that situation. You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. And unfortunately, I feel like the people who actually do go and the women who do go, I hope you escape, but if you go, you probably are going to learn not to go, or, you know, to learn to really focus on your self-esteem and, you know, just I think he wants to have sex with all those women to, like, bind them to the cult. That's like a sex ritual, but he won't tell you that. I know he knows a lot. He was in the industry. I feel like there was a moment where he almost told me some shit I didn't want to hear. It was like the Krabby Patty secret formula type shit. On no funny shit. It was like if you got to meet the person who runs the government and they had all the secrets to the world, and they asked you, if I tell you this, it could change your life. Like, he literally told me, like, what I'm about to tell you, people who know this shit become suicidal. Like, they literally need to talk to counselors after they find the stuff out. And I was like, I got a terrible feeling. My intuition is so strong. My intuition was like, no, 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 no. You don't want to know. 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 And, like, that was a really strange feeling. I almost could have knew something that would have, like, made me lose my mind. I'm so glad I said I don't want to know. I don't know what it was, but that man is definitely evil. I felt like in his presence, I did feel like I was with the Antichrist. And I'm, like, shaking right now, yo, just thinking about it. Like, why was I so blind? Why was I I manifested it though. I started delving and going on this quest for knowledge, and I was like, I'm gonna dig until I find every answer, and I don't care where it takes me. I said I would sell my soul. Like, I manifested that shit. And that's crazy. I got close. But I'm glad I left, because I would rather not gain all the knowledge and lose my soul. I would rather just take the blue pill, and I am taking the blue pill now. I'm home, and I get to see my daughter on Monday, and I have another chance at living life like a normal person. And at this point, that's all I ever wanted. I don't give a fuck about the end of the world. I don't give a fuck about the tropics. I want to be a normal person. I want to be that Marhialynn Kelly, the name on my birth certificate. Fuck Nefertiti, fuck it immortal. No. I just want to be myself. I was lost. I was literally in an identity crisis. All the people in Carbonation are literally in an identity crisis. All the people who are there have literally, they joined Carbonation out of a vulnerable and weak place. They literally, the people, like, I talked to Sheba and she told me, like, she was in school, she wasn't feeling it, like, things weren't working out, like, she wasn't connecting with her family, she wasn't, like, you know, it seemed like they're always just looking for some kind of validation. You know, so, and Aya, from what I know, she came from a pimp. Niza, she came from a pimp. All of these people have, like, very traumatic backstories, and I'm like, damn, these people need love. They're just looking for guidance. And I'm pretty sure Natureboy, like, he definitely is human. Like, I'm not going to say he's just the Antichrist. I believe the Antichrist is a frequency of thighs. But I think that he also came from a very traumatic background. So he understands them. And I think he was trying to create, like, an outlet or a group where he could create a family, like, that he wanted. And he could bring together broken people so that they could all have a family. And, like, I feel like the intention behind it might have been good. I don't even know, though. I don't even know. And then it's all centered around him. Apparently, it's for the people. I don't even know. It's confusing. There's so many. There's definitely a veil, but, like, I don't even know, yo. I love the people in Carbonation, the members there. Like, I genuinely feel like I love all of them, because I see the broken people in them. I see the traumatized children in them, and it just makes me so sad. I just want to give them love, but that I can't go back there, so it's like I'm conflicted, and I'm definitely going to move on with my life and do all that I can to continue to shine my light and document my healing experience and work on building up my self-esteem and connecting with some women that can help me to heal. I moved back in with my mom. We had a really toxic relationship before I left the Carbonation, and we've already started healing and making amends to each other. So my mom is not a toxic person. You know, everybody goes through their shit. So I think connecting with my mom and healing my divine feminine is really going to help a lot. And as far as my dad's, like, my biological dad, he is off his shits. Like, he's crazy, dealing with his own trauma, like living on the streets and stuff. And then my stepdad, he's not in my life at all. So honestly, I guess I gotta be my own dad, which sucks. But I think a lot of the women in that group, like, that's the problem. Men not playing their role in their daughter's life, and helping them to build that self-esteem so that they don't, go out into the world to try to fulfill that role, look for a man to fulfill that role in their life. They ending up in dark places, And person I just got off the phone with, King_World_2020, he said, like, Natureboy is like a succubus. He wants to suck people's energy. Like, if you don't know your worth and your self-esteem, like, you can be led into these dark places. Succubuses will come to you and steal your energy. So if you are a woman, a female, you are delicate, and you are angelic, and you are pure, you are sacred, you are valuable. You have the ability to bring a whole creation into existence. You have the ability to use that. You just have so much, everything. You are just amazing. You are perfect. Please don't fall into the trap. I wish my words could be more valuable than they probably are, because, like I said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. And, like, a vulnerable woman that doesn't know herself will just listen to what I say and do that anyways, because she needs to find out for herself, which is sad. Like, I had to find out for myself. But I hope that there is some women that are wise enough to listen to my advice and not go through that experience. There's some people that requested to be in my live right now, and I feel like going live right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and accept Shepherd Consciousness. Yeah, go ahead and send me questions. Peace.
It's good. Yeah, so I'm listening to what you're saying. So what are some of the psychological, I want to say, trauma that you observed while in that group?
Well, I noticed Natureboy would, like, criticize, like, every little thing someone does, like,
Okay.
Like, let me think of an example for you. Like, literally, if you don't use their vocabulary, you're getting, like, scalded. You gotta go do, like, 25 push-ups. Like, if I say the wrong word, but I really meant something else, like, I don't even know, man. It's just little things like that.
Okay. Interesting. So in terms of, like, their carbonation vocabulary, if you didn't articulate yourself and their little paradigm and the way they see reality in terms of, like, being melanin superior and, biology and, not monogamy, but the other one.
Polygamy?
Yeah. So if your value system didn't resonate with that, then, would there be some type of discernment in terms of your interaction with them?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was reading a question that somebody sent in, and then I totally lost my train of thought. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, in terms of, like, if your value system didn't resonate with them, and if you didn't, articulate, their vocabulary, was there some type of, discernment in terms of your interaction with them because of that?
Yeah, definitely. Like, okay, so one time I made a live stream, or not a live stream, I made a pre-record, and I was about to post it. And so I ran it by Allegio to check it first to make sure I could post it. And he said, you can't post this because you look too white. He's like, you should not want to look white because that is a mutation. And like, I kind of understand that, but if you really go back to history, like that this could be for a whole nother live. But like,
no, I mean, hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. I just seen the live that you're talking about in terms of your public apology, and he just said you're brown. He just selected.
Yeah, and then he would go back and forth and back and forth. Like, he would contradict himself so much, and then when I would present it to him, he could come back in such a way that was so, like, it'll just mindfuck you, and you'll forget why you even asked a question. And I'm like, no, I know that's not right. Like, in my soul is like, nah, he just mindfucked you. You were right. But then, like, the way he's able to use his intellect to, like, just, you know, whatever, it just fucks everything.
No, I see. Trust me, I'm an intellectual as well, and I see the way he operates, and I see the manipulation. I see that, like, he incepts ideas, and then, you know, he makes you feel like, you know, you're wrong, and by saying that you're wrong, he has the answers, and by saying the answers, automatic ethos. And the fact that he has automatic ethos, that means he's superior, and the fact that he's superior, that means that, you know, he's Messiah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so I understand, but and that, you know. So what was the observation that you had as a collective in carbonation? What was your perception?
Just that these are all brainwashed people who sold their soul to this man.
Interesting. So in terms of, like, they're seeking some type of fulfillment, like you're saying that the females, you know, seek some type of psychological, you know, like, male figure, you know, representation, which they, you know, perceive as Eligio, as, you know, their male father figure. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I think it also is a form of escapism too. I mentioned that before a couple of times. Like, I definitely think that trying to gain a lot of knowledge and doing a lot of research like that can be a form of filling a void. Like, you can fill a void with knowledge almost by just continuously digging deeper, and that's a way that you can really escape from your reality and, like, not think about what's going on in front of you by trying to figure out, like, why you're even there almost. Does that make sense?
No, I definitely understand. Now, I'm just reading the comments as well. It's so mind-boggling to see the psychology of people and their perception and their interpretation of the situation from their, you know, internal presentation. So it's just funny with me. But yeah, that's fascinating. So, what were some of the psychological traumas that you experienced?
Just having an opinion of my own. Like, I would be called names, like, if I didn't do something he wanted me to do, then he would basically just like call me names, make me belittle me in such a way that made me, like, question my own self, like question my own sanity. There were just a couple of times where I was just like, but I'm strong enough in myself to where I knew, like, nah, he's just trying to alter your mind, like, don't fall for it.
Interesting. Interesting. So, what do you think that is within his psyche to even do that to begin with?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said, what do you think that's in his psyche to even do that to begin with? Here you go.
It's an ego thing. I think it stems from an insecurity that he has. He probably dealt with a lot of shame after the lifestyle that he chose prior to carbonation. You know, the whole, like, gay porn star stuff, like, that had to have been humiliating for him. Maybe not. I think he tries to compensate for his wounded ego. Maybe. Does that make sense? Maybe.
Interesting. So you're saying that the Messiah has a wounded ego, or like a shadow side that prevents him from experiencing the full light that is the Christ frequency?
Possibly.
Would you assume or would you suggest from your observation by being there in person, from your personal awareness that, that there's some type of shadow side that, that prevents the so-called title of being a Messiah?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You know who Raquel is, right? She's someone who helped me after they dropped me off in a hotel. I don't know if you know who Raquel is. Her name's like Raquel Arnold. She was a hairstylist. But anyway, I don't know if you talked to her. But when we went to go meet up with her, Natureboy wanted to meet up with her for her finances, for financial reasons. His whole idea of connecting with her was to utilize her to get to Hawaii. And I was just like, this is who you call your Messiah? He's really mooching off of people who work fucking hard, And I just didn't feel like that was a very royal quality. I mean, I'm not gonna...
Hold on. I want to stop you real quick. I'm going to change up the form of the question just in the fact that I want to just display and show the psychology of tribalism within the people. So if you observe the comments right now, it just blows my mind because, I'm about truth, you know what I mean? I'm about dissecting the psychology of what is called a cult, you know what I mean? So it's just funny to see the tribalistic nature of these people right here. But anyway, so let me talk about you. Let me talk about, what you experienced and the, more so the before and after effect of carbonation. They were projecting an image of, the kingdom of heaven, but now that you come out of that, what is your perception of that now?
Wait, can you rephrase that for me?
Yeah. I said, initially I seen their lives and stuff like that, and I seen, the image that they're representing as the kingdom of heaven. So what I'm saying is that, from your initial perspective prior to entering the cult, so now, what is your perception?
Okay, my perception now is, this is very ego-based. This is just unexplainable manipulation, period. Just gaslighting. Some of it is false information. Not all of it really resonated with my soul. And I think it's an attempt for power. Natureboy, he wants power. But I don't think okay, so say he does get a lot of power. I don't think he would handle that righteously. But I don't know if that really answered your question, but that's my perspective.
So are you saying that is carbonation what its image represents, or is there something else in the background?
The thing in the background is just their shadow. Just their shadow selves. That's all. But what they present is really what goes on. It's like a big production company.
Is there anything that you want to discuss about in terms of what your experience with me from my perspective?
Not that I can think of right now at this moment.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. I definitely enjoyed dissecting your psychology and your interpretation of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. And all is well, and I hope you're safe, and I hope that you're in alignment to your source and your inner divinity and your Christ yourself. Because guess what? No one external from you is the master. The only master is your inner divinity. That is the true master. Inner divinity is the self-love. So when you shadow integration is the full alignment and integration into the light, which is self-love. FYI. So I'm going to let you go, but I bless you and I give you guys the prize, all right?
All right. Peace.
Adios.
Appreciate you. There's two other people who want to go live right now. I actually don't know who these people are, but hold up. Is that my brother? Alright, so many people are requesting at once. It's like not loading when I press this button. But I'm trying. I think people are asking me, like, what really goes on behind the scenes? What's the real whatever? Like, I am telling the truth right now, y'all. Like, everything I'm telling you is really what happened. So what I'm gonna do is exit out of this live and then come back into this live. So whoever requested to call in can request again. So, yeah, it's not working, but I want to be able to talk to other people that are requesting in. So I'm going to end the live and then come back up.